which is obviously very reasonable. And then the second reason is that if they talk about, like, for example, imagine if a mixing engineer is telling you, all the last two mixes have been frustrating me and all of that stuff. A lot of mixing engineers or mastering engineers wouldn't want to say that, because it might, that's actually their business. It might actually make people lose confidence in them, which is why I can understand that, they might not lie, but they might not want to talk about, the frustration sessions or the frustration mixings. That's number one. Number two, as I said, they are more professionals. They do this daily. So a lot of the mistakes that I encounter, they don't actually encounter, right? But the cool thing is about our stream is that I show you the vulnerable side of, like, being a studio musician, like a home studio musician, a bedroom musician, because us bedroom musicians, or let's call it home studio musicians. I don't like bedroom because I'm not in my bedroom actually. But like home studio musicians, we learn, by online tutorials, and this is like, most of us is our side thing, or we don't have to do it full time because we've got day jobs and stuff like this. So we only do our songs, so we don't have the capacity for clients and all of that stuff. And it's not our ambitions, most of us, to be mixing engineers or mastering engineers. Our ambition is just to release songs, right? So the cool thing about here, this channel, is that I show you the vulnerable side of what happens when a mix gets really frustrating or a master gets really frustrating, For example, with this song, let me open the session. Like with this track, yeah, it took us a lot of time to kind of like get here, and I'm still not 100% happy of the mix or the master. But because we've been working on it for like a month and a half, and obviously we work on a song for a month and a half because I only open the session during stream, and during the stream I interact with people and a lot of stuff. So if I open only the song during stream, then it takes a long time. And this is from like writing to mastering. The only part I've did off stream was yesterday after we did the master, is because I knew I'm gonna do a lot of tweaks. So last song, for example, this one, this that I've released already, this I think had 10 masters, right? So I've mastered it, didn't like it, tested it, or speakers, cars, all of that stuff. I didn't like it. Master 2, didn't like it. Master 3, Master 4, up until Master 10 is the one that I released. And now it sounds like this. And you might also know it from the beginning. It's right? So this took me like 10, versions of a master to reach this level, and this one, also I think I got really frustrated at the end, and I think it was like also like 7 masters or whatever. But with this, the one we're working on today, or for the past since I've started like my streaming journey, which was in January, so 1 month and a half almost. Or actually, no, I didn't start. It's not 1 month and a half. It's actually 1 month exactly, because I've started mid-January. So about 1 month exactly. Yeah. So yesterday we've done a master, and it was just master 1, and then I've done like 4 or 5 variations after that, right? And this, just before the stream, I've listened to master 5, and I wrote down the tweaks that I want to do, and I think these are gonna be the final tweaks. So I'm literally gonna do the tweaks that I've wrote down here, and this is gonna be master 6. And I am going to release it, right? That's it. I'm not gonna spend more time in it anymore. there is a chance that I will do the tweaks, I will bounce it, and will work on other stuff, and I will listen to it tomorrow just to see if there is anything. I mean, again, most of the songs are up to master 10, but I really want to finish it now. Like, I don't know. I think if I do these tweaks, they're very tiny tweaks. You'll see it's like half a dB here, half a dB there, and there's only like 5 of them. I think it should be okay because I don't think I can do it better than this. I think this is the best I can with this song. So why don't we do this? Let's listen to Master 5. As you can see, Mastering 5 here. Can you see it? Well, you cannot see the mouse here, but if I put desktop solo, you see Mastering 5, right? So before we do any change, we'll save a Master 6 session because this is one important thing that you need to do if you do your own music, is that specifically with mastering, you can do it with mixing as well if you want to like revisit. So let me tell you what happens. So let's say you reach mastering. You've done the first master, you go to your car, you listen on your hi-fi headphones, you listen to like 3-4 devices to kind of like get a lot of notes. And then you want to now change. My recommendation is just you save a new save and call it master 2 and work on it. Just because sometimes with mastering you start to do drastic changes, and it would be very annoying and frustrating and demotivating if you do a lot of changes to a point where, let's say, you ruin the song and then you want to go back to the original version and you don't know actually like what steps did you're just lost in the amount of steps that you've done, the small tweaks, and you cannot go back to that version. So that's why it's safer to do it like every single time you bounce the master, you listen to it, you have a list of tweaks, come back and do a new save. Same with mixing. With mixing, I don't do it more often normally with mixing because normally I don't bounce the mix and listen to it unless, I mean, there are some occasions, like let's say I'm in the middle of them, like I'm in the middle of like mixing the song or something, or just have mixed the song and now next is mastering and I just want to listen to it in the car, whatever, and I have a long journey, maybe I'll bounce it just for that. But if I don't have like a journey or something, I might not bounce it. But in mixing, when would I create a new save is when I want to do a drastic change again. Like let's say, for example, you mix the drums, you mix the guitar, you mix the bass, you mix all of that stuff, and then halfway through the mix you don't like the drums, or you don't, it's just like nothing is working, like something is very shit, and I'm talking like extremely shit, like you just cannot release this and you need to redo stuff. Then you would save mix 2 and you'll start working on mix 2. But a lot of the time you need to commit to what you've done. But yeah, so that's kind of like a tip. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna play master 5 and then we'll do the tweaks to make it a master 6 together. So let's play this, see what we have. I will write new notes if there's any. Shit. See what I'm doing here. Okay. So let's play the song and see what we've got. Cool. So we'll do those tweaks, like what we said. But what I want to do actually as well is, so I figured out that the black box that we've actually done during this song, we said we wanted to experiment with, I actually didn't use it, but then the overheads on it are very good and raw and they're very attacky. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna unsend this unsend, and I'm gonna unsend everything to the black box. Yeah, I'm not even gonna unsend the I'm not even gonna send the hi-hat because they're already loud. I just want to send the overheads. I don't want the toms. Maybe the toms, keep them. Maybe not a lot. Maybe. And overheads. I don't want the room. Actually, I'm just gonna unsolo it. I'm gonna unsolo these. I'm gonna solo the black box and then see what sound. Oh, the room is not even getting a lot of it. Okay, I'll check it in a minute. 1 second. Let's just do what we need to do. So now what's sending is the toms, the overheads, the rooms, and the reverb. I don't think I need the reverb as well, but let me just solo the black box. Where is it? Right here. Right here. Okay, we're getting the snare and the kick from the room, I guess. So if I unsend this, now we're getting them from the overhead. So if I turn this off, next time I'm definitely gonna put the ride by itself, and I'm gonna reduce the amount of hi-hat that goes to the overheads. It's pretty annoying. What if I turn the reverb? Okay, so go through the notes to make this master 6. So I'm gonna go save as, and we'll change this to mastering 6, and we save it. Okay, now we've got a new start base. So I'm gonna open my phone and I'm gonna go through there again. There are very few notes that I have, but they could be good. So first, naming the session to master 6. Synth solo increased by 1 dB. All right, let's investigate that quickly. So we've got the synth solo that I'm talking about lives right here. Listen to the solo here and then we'll move to the next point. Fantastic. So that was good. And then synth solo left band decrease. Okay, so what I've done here, this might be interesting for people who are watching this for the first time. So if you go to here, I've loaded, not this one. Right, so I've loaded this channel strip, not because of anything here, right? Literally, I'm not using anything here except, guess what? Except the panning. So so this solo, synth solo, is combined of 3 synths that are making one sound, right? So that's the type of layering. So it's different to these 3 synths. These are playing with this guitar solo and they're making in harmony, but they're making like different character. Like you can hear each one of them when the solo's playing. But these are playing, I made them in a way where they play as, and to create a new sound, right? And all of them are going to this. That's why all of them are going to this group, and this is why the group says synth solo group. And all of these are going to synth background group, right? And both of these are going to the production and so on and so forth. But with this one, I've just loaded this because since I've combined all 3, I've just found after the combination and the volume, adjustment, because I've reached the exact volume I want, the left-hand side was quieter than the right-hand side. And now you might say, well, it's clearly this guy because this is panned to the left. So you could have just put this down, but it wasn't. It was the center and the left at the same time. And the center was more, I think, pan to the left. Sorry, more pan to the right, right? So I know that you might want to say that you've panned this left, right, and center, and you can just adjust these to retrieve the balance. But the problem wasn't that each of them are mono. Each of these are stereo. So and they're like jumping around. So at this level, to achieve this sound, the right pan was higher in volume than the left pan. So I've loaded this and I've unlinked it and I've made the output of the left higher, and then it balanced it. And this was the case in every single speaker except my car when I tested it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just decrease this to 1.25, and did I put minus? No. I've put minus in that 1.25 plus, and then this should fix it. Now let's hear it and see if the balance changed. I'm gonna listen to it on headphones now just to see. Alright, so that's synth solo left pan decrease. Alright, now we need to increase the piano roll by 5. And I'm reluctant to do that through the volume. I might want to add... have I added any... I've added saturation. I think I've added this saturation and didn't even mess with it. Fucking hell. Alright, what did I add? Bus glue. I've added some saturation here, actually. Go with particles. And let's add 1. This is in percentage, isn't it? Okay. Let's add... Where's your piano? Show me your piano. Oh, it's not in production. It's an orchestra. Okay, close this. Oh, here's your piano. All right, let's see. Cool. What does this air add to it? 1 second. So this adds a little bit of high-end distortion to it. Okay, cool. I'm not sure if I need that. Why don't we do this? Why don't we add... Come back here. I'm not gonna change the loop here. Let's add this here. Actually, let's try byte. Fucking hell. Alright, let's do 10% of this. And 10% of this. This is percentage, isn't it? That's what I remember. So now... Alright, fantastic. That's the next note. What else do we have? Decrease piano roll. Kick decrease by 25. Let's see if the kick needs a decrease. Yeah, I don't think the kick needs a decrease. That's probably a mistake from my end. I tried to decrease it using Saturn because I just wanted to decrease some of the punch. Because I remember when I went to the car, it was too punchy. But then I'm trying it on multiple, and I think it's fine. Bass drop to being decreased by 0.5. I like it. I think it's ready. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna bounce it. And we will take it from there. If you guys have any comment on it before, this is the final thing. Anything poked out, anything you want to say, I'm gonna bounce it now. We can still adjust it before the bounce. Other than that, I'm gonna go file. This is mastering 6. Export audio mix down. Master 6. Oop. And export. Oh. Now, while this is doing, let me show you what I've done with the album art. Ready? Going Illustrator on now. But yeah, this is the album. Yeah, just put it back at plain white. Well, yeah, I think I like it. I wanted to do something extra with it, but anything I do is already very busy. And there's nothing to do with it other than that. I was thinking of taking this, cutting this out. But it's just too much work for nothing. And then putting another layer over it with the same photo. and let's just like kind of do a shadow or something. I don't know. I just was trying to see if there's something to do, but I think I'm gonna leave it like this. But I think it's cool. Right. Let's see the export. It's all done. So let's see. Listen to it exported. I'm gonna. Obviously, I've listened to it in this headphone. I'm gonna listen to it in my hi-fi headphone, which is this one's Marshall Major. Take this. Listen to it here. We'll see how it sounds on the Major. Hey man, how are you? All good? Hello from Ukraine. How's it going? I hope everything's good from you. I'm trying to pronounce your username BuiJDKD. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, so I'm gonna call you just JDKD if you don't mind. But yeah, how's it going? What's the time there? We're streaming here from the UK, and what we're doing is we are finalizing a track, right? So we have this track that we've been working on for this month, and we're finalizing it. We're doing the last master, and literally I've just bounced the very last adjustment, and I'm just listening to it in my hi-fi headphones instead of my studio headphones, just to kind of like give it a test. I've just found out that there is a little bit too bass going on, too much bass. But I was listening to the bounced version, this one here. So now I'm just gonna finish the bounced version and go back to Cubase and just try to adjust it. But I'm gonna adjust it on my hi-fi because I can hear more bass here. So we'll see how we can adjust it. But this is the end of the song. Okay, so headphones, I can definitely see that maybe we need just one tweak to the bass. And this is a situation where I would literally go and save another session, and we'll call it mastering 7. And 7 is a lucky number, so maybe this will be the actual final tweak. And this is why you guys can see now why I get to like 10 versions of the master, and then maybe master 10 is the one that gets released. Because what happens, the first master, I bounce it, go listen to it in multiple places, and come back with a list this big of notes. I do them. Do it again. It gets reduced, and maybe a little bit more added. And then, by the time now, Master 7, literally, I just want to adjust the bass. Everything else seems fine to me. So there's that one checklist, right? So on my hi-fi headphones, instead of my studio headphones, I'm gonna listen and see how we can solve that bass thing, and where is it coming from? Is it kick and bass? Is it just bass? Is it just kick? Let's discover where is it from first. And I'm gonna do that by muting the kick and muting the bass guitar individually, and see who is causing the problem. Okay, so it's definitely the bass, the one that's causing the problem. But before I do anything, the bass drop here needs to go down by maybe half a dB, so we'll put it at -3. But on another note, the bass here, we need to see how to fix it. Alright, let's find out if we decrease the bass too much, and I'm gonna do that by listening to the reference track Levitate by Bleed From Within. Yeah, we definitely decreased the bass too much. So let's just go back and let's just keep it at 27. Alright, now let's see. Difference between this and the reference. In fact, we can do with more bass. I mean, the reference has a lot of bass. Let's just go to 25. I think I'm happy with it like this. I mean, if I'm gonna doctor it from now till tomorrow, I wouldn't finish tweaking. So I think we need to export this, master 7. And that would be it. And then we can move on to the next song. So after I export this, I'm just gonna like accept that this is the last one. We've also looked at the album cover. I'm gonna show you some of the tracks that we're gonna work on. So we're gonna work on a homage track for As Blood Runs Black. Maybe we'll do some of the recording today. We're gonna work on a track that I'm really excited for. Number 5. I'll show you a snippet of it. It's saying here that on the meter of OBS that Cubase is playing. Well, obviously it's not playing here, so because it's exporting. I don't know if you guys can see the export meter. Here it is. So yeah, that's strange. I've just muted it for you just in case it's bleeding to you. Let me see. Let me actually open the stream and see if it's actually, because that would be very interesting. I wouldn't know that. Yeah, it seems like you guys can hear Cubase when it's exporting. That is very strange. Yes, you guys can hear. Well, I'm glad I know this now, so that I muted next time. So the previous time when I exported it, you guys probably heard it. Like, let me actually show you. It's locked. I'm not gonna mess with my OBS setup, but basically on my meter it's showing that it's playing, and obviously now I've listened to my stream, and it's showing. So that's interesting, really interesting. Okay, so let me just backtrack and tell you what I was saying before I found out that it was playing. So I'm saying that this is now the final bounce. So maybe we'll listen to it one more time on the regular setup. So I'm not gonna listen to it on this. I'm just gonna listen to it on my studio headphones, my monitors, just for the very last time, not to tweak it, but just to listen to it, and then I'm gonna like hopefully get convinced that that's the final. There's no tweaks to be done, and then after that, I'm gonna show you 3 tracks that we're gonna work on next. I'm gonna show you the As Blood Runs Black homage track. That's not gonna have orchestra. It's just gonna be a pure metal track. So it's just guitars and bass and drums. I think there's one like background synth something, but it's gonna be very like, it's not gonna be like epic orchestra or anything, because it's a homage track to my favorite deathcore band. After that, we're gonna work on another song, so we're gonna write that one. I call it Demo 5, and I will show you a snippet. Well, I'll show you how much I've written of it today. And after that, I will show you a track that I wrote also in the past. That is, I wrote it when I was very into like A Day to Remember and things like this, but it has more the Ghost Inside type of vibe. I don't know, it's just a weird like rock slash hardcore slash I don't know what, track. So I'll show you that. And yeah, we'll see where the stream takes us until we're done. Today I have a hard stop at 9 UK. So we still have about 2 hours left. But yeah, let's chill. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen to the track one more time, or one final time, as the engineer of the track. And because from now on, if I actually release this, I'm gonna listen to it as a listener. Fantastic. Let me just check if the headphones is working. Fantastic. All right. I'm gonna switch between headphone and monitor on the fly. Where's the export? And here it is. Master 7. Ready, guys? This could be the final one. Hopefully. Sounds really good so far. I think that's the final one. And I don't think I'm going to tweak anything. There is something that has nothing to do with anything, but here at the end, just want to experiment with something here. Yeah. Right. I hate this. I keep saying I don't want to do any. Keep saying I don't want to do what? 1 second. No. Cool. All right. So 1 second. Let me just remove this and load it again. So yeah, I had saying that I'm not gonna change anything, and I keep changing, but it's just very, 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 very tiny stuff. Please. So this is 0. I'm just gonna put this at 1. That's it. I swear. Promise. Nothing, huh? Save. Export. Let's mute this for you. And while this is exporting, I'm gonna go on break for a minute so we can come back and change topic. So Master 7, I'm gonna keep it as Master 7. Oh, Nico sees you. How is it going, my friend? All good? Actually, you just came at the very right time. Guess why? Because let me just put this at export. Oh, once ago. Well, because what's happening is we're mastering the song that we've been working on this month. You know, we're doing the master. You know, this is done, and I will show you something. So if I remove my face here, you can see mastering 7, right? So what I was saying at the beginning of the stream is what I like about this channel, that what we're doing is that I get to kind of expose the vulnerability of being a home musician, you know, like a home studio musician, or some people call it bedroom musician, whatever it is. And us, like home musicians, if, you know, and you know this, is that there are a lot of times where, you know, you get frustrated from the mix, nothing is working, you want to pull your hair, and, you know, it's just everything's going crazy. I'm like, I can't, what's happening, you know, and just go crazy and all of that stuff. Now, the problem is that a lot of professional mixers and professional mastering engineers cannot say that for 2 reasons. Number one, because they're better at the game than me. Obviously, they're professional mastering engineer, professional mixing engineer. They do this for a living. That's their business. That's their job. So they don't run to the same mistakes that I do. And that's number one. Number two is that a lot of the time when you're in positions like this, you cannot actually say your vulnerabilities because it might affect your business, right? So let's say your favorite mixing engineer or favorite mastering engineer, they cannot go and be like, oh, you know what, the last 2 bands I mixed, you know, it was such a frustrating mix. Man, nothing was working. I was just gonna throw myself out of, you know, like it's just like you cannot, like, they cannot say that, because bands, like, even if he was saying it lightheartedly, you know, and obviously, you know, you do that, but a lot of bands would be like, well, you know, they might affect their confidence in that engineer, right? But us home studio musicians, we just want to release songs. We don't try to learn this process, you know, by ourselves, you know, all of that stuff. We're just learning, releasing stuff that we like and all of that stuff. So I think for me, I'm fine with exposing these type of difficulties that I have. So with this song, for example, this mix drove me insane because it's very busy. It has a trillion track. They're all going at the same time. They're all harmonizing. It's bigger than the original song. And there are a lot of interesting harmonies that I want it to be heard. And they lead with the good quality and efficiency they provide. Exactly, right? So yeah. So with this one, I wanted to show that this is literally the 7th version of me bouncing this track, even more, because sometimes I didn't change the save, but this is the save mastering 7. So there was a master save, mastering 1 save, mastering 2 save, and when it comes to bouncing, same thing. So this is literally mastering 7 bounce. And every single song this happens to me, like I go through like 10 masters until I'll be like, okay, that's the one. And I was saying just before that, you know, the first master, when I listen to it in the car and all of that stuff, I will bring a list. The list will be like this list of feedback to myself. I'll go adjust it, then it will get reduced until it becomes like 1 thing or 2 things, and then hopefully it will be fine. So once this finish exporting, I'm gonna show you what we've done. I'm going to show you the mastered version, the full version. I might just decrease the volume just by, you know, a little bit for you, because I don't think Twitch will understand that this is mastered and doesn't have normalization, or I'll leave it. I'm gonna leave it as it is. But what you're doing here is beautiful. The vulnerability is what people overlook before they just mix. Exactly. I've been in the studio for 100 hours and you just skipped it. Yes, exactly, 100%. It's like if you were with them, you will see all of the shit that they had, like a snare is not working, or this mix is fatiguing, and all of that stuff. But then when they do all of that fixing and they release it, obviously they get credited for the good job they've done, and they deserve it. I mean, obviously they if they dealt with a difficult mix or whatever. But the problem is they're in a position that they cannot really expose themselves, because it will, unfortunately, it will affect their business, and I can understand that. And if I was a professional mixing engineer, I wouldn't want to talk about like how last mix was troublesome for me, and how I had to do trillion revisions between me and myself, and how at some point I was like, fuck this shit, you know. Like if I was if I get paid for this, you know what I mean? But because I'm just like a home musician trying to do this, and trying to like let other people, join on this, like for example yourself and a lot of the people that watch my channel, just want to be like, you know what, I go through this. Yeah, I remember that mix. It was really annoying and stuff. But yeah, so thank you for being here, man. Let me show you what we've got. Let's open the bounce folder, and you tell me if it needs any adjustment, and if it is, we'll do a mastering 8. So maybe you just joined at the right time for the right reason. You never know. I'm not being like superstitious or anything, but no. Oh, here it is. Mix down. Here it is. Okay. V1, V15, V2, V. Absolutely. 100%. That's why I just renamed them like to 7, 8, and like, yeah. And I also renamed them because like resave the save. I don't say on the same save, just in case I ruined it too much because of ear fatigue. Like sometimes you'll be like you'll do a lot of revisions and you'll be like, oh my god, I just fucked this track because I have ear fatigue now, and I've started doing some wrong stuff, So, all right, let's listen to the versions. Master 7. If you have your professional audio stuff on, or if you have like a headphone you trust, put that on. But I'm gonna play this and let me know if it's clipping. If it is, I'll pull the volume down for you, because on the meter on OBS it will be clipping. Right, let's go. What do you think? Anything needs tweaking? Because this is it. This is it, right? This is it. So, if you've noticed anything, let me know. We'll change it. We'll rename it to Master 8. If not, then that's the confirmed one, my friend. What do you think? Yeah, she seems like you liked it. Any bad feedback? Bass balance, triple balance. What do you think? Guitar, everything is audible. Is there anything annoying? Is there anything fatiguing? Is there anything, like, question mark type of thing? What do you think? Let me save this. And by the way, I will show you, this is the album art for it. Bon. Right, so this is obviously, as you can see, here was one part, I think around 135, the kick maybe could come out a little and transition around to the highs, but also the stream quality is not the same as what you're hearing, so please record. Oh, thank you for that. Let's check the ones you're talking about. I'll come back to the album art, but I also want to check this. 135. Okay. Let's do it in bars. So do you mean here? What bar is this? So 135 is here. 111 bar. Do you mean here? And then what did you say? Around 202. I didn't understand your feedback on the 202. The highs and the transition around 202, the highs. Do you mean more volume or less volume? Also the stream quality is... and by the way, 202 is... Let me figure out what bar is it. Oh, that's the organ solo. Don't mind me, it's solid. Okay, fantastic. Thank you for that. All right, then you've just witnessed the final master of the song. I'm very happy about it. And I will go through a mix review now. No. I mean, if there is anything like critical, like oh my god, it's shit, right? Please let me know. Like if it's something annoying, but if it's if it's something you think, maybe it's your headphones or something. I don't know. I'm open for feedback. I'm just I'm just learning that like everyone. But this is the album art, and the reason why this album art, this is obviously again, I'm very transparent with everything, because we're all playing the same game here. This is through ChatGPT, right? The prompt that I wanted ChatGPT to put is, I'm imagining, obviously, because this is Guilty Gear and this is Holy Orders, which is the Kai versus Soul theme. It sounds very balanced though. The lows have no phasing. The mids are nice and leveled. I love it. Fantastic. Much appreciated, man. I will let you know when it's released. I don't know what your streaming platform is, Spotify or Apple Music, but if you follow us there, you'll get notified when it's released, and then you can enjoy it. But yeah, because this is Holy Order, and Holy Order is Soul versus Kai in the game. That's the theme. When Soul versus Kai are against each other, this theme comes up. And obviously, from what you know, Sol is fire and Kai is electricity. Like that's their powers. So when I did the prompt on ChatGPT, I wanted something abstract, but I wanted something fire and electricity. So I tried to I've made a very big prompt to get this. And if you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh, does this remind you of anything? Because if it does, you nailed it. This is Mirror Force. Right, Mirror Force, a trap card from Yu-Gi-Oh. So it's like I'm blending a lot of things together to get what I want. So I know it's ChatGPT, but again, I'm a home musician. I want to save as much budget. I would rather, with the budget, get more plugins, buy more samples, buy more gear. You know, I love gear stuff instead of like I got a decent art for free. You know, it's actually not free. I mean, to get this, you need to pay ChatGPT $20 a month anyway. So, but it's pretty decent. So I'm cool with it. And if you're not familiar, I can't remember if you know Guilty Gear or not. I really can't remember. I do get sometimes people that knows it, people that don't. But just to show you, so Soul versus Kai, and you will see. So this is Kai, this is Soul, and they're kind of like the main, right? So they're the main. Oh, you cannot see it. My face is in the way. Actually, let me open it here. Can you see it now? Yes, you can. So they're kind of like, this is the two main characters, you know, the rivals. Both are good guys. None of them are villains, but they're kind of like rivals. And this Holy Order song that we covered is for them. It looks really nice. I love the fire and electricity, nice colors. I'm not very well knowledge in anime, but yeah. So obviously Guilty Gear is more game. I wish they have an anime. If they had an anime, oh my god. I mean, what? I always said that there should have been an anime for it. But anyway, and if you remember, I don't know if you know Mirror Force, Yu-Gi-Oh card, the bomb, right? So it's kind of like I took a lot of inspirations and put it in a prompt and stuff, and I got different photos. Like I did like I think 16 prompts until I found this one, and I chose this one. And then so I've used that in Illustrator, and then obviously if you remove this so this section I've done, if you remove it, as you can see, it's very busy. So you cannot see my name, you cannot see this, it's very busy. So I've added a layer like this, right, to make it more visible. And if you don't know how to do this layer, what you do, again, I'm not an expert in Illustrator, I'm just you know, learning as I go. So basically you get a gradient, and you make one of the gradient colors. 1 second. Edit gradient. What's wrong with you? Oh, 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. Go back here. Where is... I want the full settings, not this one. I don't know why the full settings are not opening, but basically, maybe because... Ah, here it is, okay. So what you do is you make, let's say one white, one black, or one black, one black. It doesn't matter. To be honest with you, I normally do it black and black, but I don't know why I didn't do it this way. But you choose one color and you make the transparency of one of them 0, and the other one is not. And then as you can see, the balance is off, so it's more to this color. Like if you put it in the middle, it wouldn't work as much, right? So the balance needs to be off. I mean, does it even tell you the balance here? Yeah, 25. So 75 for the colored and 25 for the transparent. And then you get this. I also try to see if I can do different colors, but like even red. If I do red, then it's more Soul. Then I would be on Team Soul. I don't want to be on Team Soul. If I do more blue, then I'm on Team Kai. It doesn't matter. I just want it to be like neutral. So this is what I'm gonna go for. Looks decent to me. It looks very that song. Let me show you the original one. So all the orders. Tell me, which one do you think is better? Obviously, this is recorded a million years ago. But yeah, still, I mean, if Daisuke heard my version, do you think he would be proud? Yeah, I appreciate the compliment. Not that good in anything really. But G is my last name. So if you check my Instagram in the links below, you'll see my last name. And the M is my father's name. Yeah, so Tarek MG. But yeah, I appreciate the love, man. But look, I mean, the song here starts from this section. So in my version, OG intro here. Right, so he is playing it on E standard, I'm playing it on B standard, so I'm playing it on my 7th string, so it's like 7, I think like 5, I'm not on 3, 4, 5, yes, 5 notes below, 5 notes heavier, basically the tuning I'm playing in. So their song starts from here, my song starts from here. Yeah, and as you can see, they don't have like epic orchestra going on. And so on and so forth. They also have like a version, this one, which is where I kind of took my intro and made it an organ instead of a violin. But then I skipped this part, so I kind of like played around with it a lot. And I've added bells, like church bells. So with that being said, this is the song. So what we'll do is let's do a revision on all of it. I'm also gonna do like an unboxing of it when it's released. And I will do this again, but let's just to kind of like listen to all of. I'm not gonna go through any effect unless you guys want to, like, what did you use for this, what did you use for this. I mean, I've got the mix open, can do it, but again, I'm gonna do an unboxing when it gets released. So we'll go through the track and I will just kind of like, because, you know, we finalized it, I'm just gonna kind of review it and like tell you what I've done and just have some thoughts on it. So obviously you've got the guitars, so everything is in folder, everything is organized, band, orchestra, production. This is ad hoc, so you don't need it. This is like extra bullshit, you don't need this one. So these three you need to focus on, and each one of these three has a master: band master, org master, production master, right? So band master, we've got guitars. So this is how the guitars sound like. So you've got rhythm guitars, you've got the guitar theme solo, and you've got solo 1, solo 2. And then, so the layout here is that all of the rhythm guitars are going to the rhythm group, all of the lead guitar are going to a lead group, and then both of these guys are going to guitar master, right? So the rhythm guitar sounds like this. Now remember that a lot of this sound is achieved from within the mix. So when I recorded this, it sounded way better. So the guitar sounded way better for guitar only. So when I was recording, but in the mix, you need to do a lot of adjustments for it to sit, especially in a complex mix like this. So when you solo it, it might sound like too fuzzy or too, there's not enough bass or something. But that's the proper way to, or not the proper way, but that's there. I don't like the word proper way, but that's the way I managed to make it fit in the mix, is what I want to say. And then, as you can see, you might be like, why there is four rhythm guitar tracks? Well, it's only because of one reason. As you can see, the entire track, only left and right is playing, but then just the final bit here, there's 2 extra layers. That's it. This is what they're doing. So right, so the first 2 are playing this, right, and then the second layer, left and right, are playing this. Yeah, and if you're interested in the tone, this is STL tonality Andy James is what I'm using for this one. You can go back to the session where we got the tone. I've done some experiment. I can't remember which one, but if you go to YouTube, you'll find there's a playlist there for this song. I've made a series for it for every stream we've done on this song, so you can go back since we started like orchestrating and everything if you're interested in any of that stuff. Cool. And then what do you have? The outro has the same not the outro, sorry, the second rhythms has exactly the same chain, so there's nothing different in it. I think here I've only got this removing like an annoying frequency, and I've got this is more of a pedal effect before the amp, and I've got this lock on. This is nothing, this is just a tuner. She's doing nothing, this is just when I was recording. That's that. Now you've got the solo guitars. So you've got the guitar theme. This is how it sounds like. Again, when you listen to it by itself after the mix and stuff, it sounds like harsh or fuzzy or whatever, and sounds a bit shit by itself, to be honest with you. But in the mix, so a lot of that stuff is needed for it to be present, right? So again, the chain is the same almost, but we have Gojira, Rich Lead from Born of Osiris is what we have. What reverb are you using and how many? On what exactly? On the on this guitar, or on what? Or on the entire song? Because in the entire song, there's a few instances of anything, but on this guitar, I'm using this preset from Gojira, and it comes with a reverb, right? And the preset is Lee from Born of Osiris, Rich Lee, just because I'm a big Born of Osiris fan. And I put this on. As you can see, there is no asterisk here, so I actually use the preset as it is. Like, literally did not change anything, which is interesting. Normally I would change the mids or lows or something, or the gain at least, or the input, because he might have a different guitar when he made this playlist. I mean, the input most of the time you would play with, because the people who did the the preset have different guitar pickups than you, so you don't know what guitar pickups they've used making. They need to play with the input, but for some reason I didn't do anything here. I just literally slapped this on and it sounded good. After this, I have this massive notch here. I don't even know what's it doing. Let's solo this. Yeah, so the blue one is this frequency here, and the green one, yeah, it's pretty annoying. So that's removed, and then soothe on it. But again, the Batman filter. Yes, I actually didn't see bomb, but maybe you need to Maybe you need to flip it. I think I have a more of a Batman EQ somewhere in the mix. I'm just trying to remember where. Is it the toms? Where it looked exactly like a bat. I can't remember. We'll go through it. I think I have another one of this mix where it's actually like two horns. And then yeah, so soothe. But with soothe, I didn't change the preset here. So obviously, you can go to electric guitar and just de-spike or something. Harsh, right? But I just slapped this default on it. Cool. And then you've got solo one, which is this one. This has, what do we have here? So also rich lead from Gojira. Also didn't do anything with it. It's very interesting, actually. Did I turn anything off? Nothing. As it is. As it is. Very interesting. And EQ, what did we do here? Okay, one tiny frequency adjustment. Not bad. Cool. And then we've got solo 2. Alright, it seems like we've got something more going on here. I think we have this. Why do I have this pitch? Oh, yes. Okay, so this... Okay, I'll tell you this. Actually, this is very interesting. I even forgot about this. So, this section, this solo is mainly from 12 frets above. Most of this solo is 12 frets above. And for some reason, the guitar was too sharp, like the intonation is off. And I've already took that guitar to the guitar tech. It was my 7th string. This is the guitar I've recorded this song on. Let me switch to the... It's this one. It's a 7th string one. So this solo is from here. So it's from here, right? Like this. I need to look at the tabs again, but all of this section was playing sharp, right? So what I've done is I was like, okay, I'm not gonna sit down re-intonate it and anything because I don't wanna ruin the age of the string because I wanna record the new strings and I don't wanna buy a new package and all of that. So I don't wanna do that. Why? So I've just after I've done recording, when I listened to it, because I've discovered that it was sharp way after, I was like, fuck. So what I've done is literally I've transposed it like a little bit, like 25 cents. So the way I've done that, again, you might find this funny. So the way I've done that is I went to guitar 2, right? I've put the tuner, which is here, right? And yes, the bottles are perfume bottles. Yes, correct. These ones. Oh, yes. Back in 2018, when I was still in uni, I worked in the UK. We have a shop called, like a department store called Selfridges. It's very popular in the UK. And I worked at fragrance while I was doing uni, and like a fragrance retail sales kid, right? 2018, and I was selling for this brand right there, the one with the white sticker on. Do you like the oud smell? Yeah, I've got actually oud smell. Which one? I think it's empty, but there's one that's called, I think, the black rock or some that white rock or something. I can see how it looks like next stream if you want, because I have it. I think I have the bottle in my car. But that one is a very very good smell one. Let me see if I can Google that one. But Oh shit. One second, let me see if I can write it in Arabic. Oh no, I found it. They can buy these. So this is good, right? I'm trying to find my bottle. My bottle has a gold lid. Shopping. الحجر الأسود. No, 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 no. I need to find it. Fragrance. Interesting. I don't know where it is, but I will. But it's by this brand basically. Callus, I think is called the brand. I can't find it for some. But yeah. Yeah. So anyway, with this one, so what I've done is I've literally opened the tuner, right? I found how many cents this solo is sharp, and then I've decreased it with a pitch shifter, and then it became tune, right? That's why I use the pitch shifter here. See, without the pitch shifter, it's sharp. With it, it goes a little. Obviously, the solo is playing, but it goes. Yeah, sorry, I get distracted a little bit. So if you like literally open another conversation, I will just go with you to different conversations and stuff. Yeah, a little bit of a conversationalist myself. Right. So and then you've got Pro Q, just doing like the pedal EQ, and then what do we have here in terms of amp? Yeah. Don't change anything. Also rich lead. What? Why did I do that? That could have been a very good opportunity to kind of like. Oh, let me just share this. Okay, so that could have been a very good opportunity to try different amps. I don't know why I've drawn the same amp. By the way, because I was on my my cam's still on. I'm gonna show you again the pitch shifter just in case, because this trick I kind of thought of because of necessity. So again, you've got this tuner, you've got this solo, right? So what will happen is I'm gonna bypass the pitch shifter, and it's sharp a little bit, right? And remember, because I'm playing a solo, I'm not tuning. The tuner is going crazy, right? So now if I put the pitch shifter on, it will go back to what it is. Like right now, it's closer to the center. And the way I figured out how many cents I'm off is I went to the A note in the solo. So let me just put this down. I went to the A note in the solo, and I marked it and I looped it, and it started playing as if I'm tuning, right? And then I discovered that it's the entire intonation is 25 cents off. So I took this and I put it 25 cents, and then it sounded good, because without this, every time I play with the other instruments, it started to sound off, right? And then The chats are coming late. Yeah, I know. That's the problem with Twitch. I don't know if it's from my end or Twitch end or something. I don't know why, but yeah, they come. They're. You probably chat. You probably type something, send it, and wait like 10 seconds, and then I receive it. But yeah, that's the trouble of live stream. But for me, it's fine, man. I'm not like bothered at all. So yeah, feel free to go for it. Right. So rhythm guitar group. As you can see, I've done a lot for this. So I've put a limiter just to gain stage it. I don't know why I have the tuner here on the. Oh no, I clicked on this. And then I've got what's this? This is virtual mix rack. I think I've got the red compressor. Yes, because I like this on guitars. And then Neve EQ, a little bit of revival, and that's it. Trimmer is doing nothing. Pro EQ here, a lot of like adjustments. Some of these are late adjustments, so I think this here is very late, like mastering 6, mastering 5, mastering 4, something like this when I've done this pink move here. And then you've got an SSL, and I think this is where I've added some byte here. 3dB I've added here as well. Right, so a shelf and a bell, and nothing else. And then this is a trick I learned from Andrew Wade, and basically it's more powerful in metalcore. It's not as powerful in like songs like this, but I've added it anyway because it comes from my previous chain, right? Because I load my chain from previous song, and then I bypass everything and go through them one by one. So it came from the previous chain. What it does basically, it increases the attack, right, of the guitar, and it's really good for chuggy guitars. For chuggy parts, chuggy guitars, it's fantastic. But this song doesn't have a lot of chug. It's probably it probably gets activated only here, and maybe 4 times, and you can see it increasing. So let me play it for you, and you can visually see what it does. If I turn it on and off, you might be able to hear it, but it's literally that, like it's like the initial attack of the guitar. So yes, it's just very fast. Yeah, so just for chugs it works. Yeah, maybe here. Yeah, so it's only for chugs. Like if you the entire song, I think it works probably 3 times. But I left it. I was like, why not? It's not gonna harm. And then soothe. And again, for some reason, I've just used the default preset. Going back to a mix that we've just done and realizing that you've done some moves or you don't know why, it's funny. So yeah, this is the stuff. Obviously, if you want to dive in more in any section, let me know. But I'm happy with the song. I'm glad about it. You're interested in reverbs, you said. Let me just show you what I'm using for everything. So for the drum reverb, there's multiple things going on. So first, I've got the drum reverb that came with the library. Right? So this came with the library, and then you've got the drum that comes with black box. So this has reverb on it. And then you have the drums, the snare reverb here. So I'm gonna solo this. And this reverb I've used, I think, Valhalla Room. So this came from my preset from last time. It's called Snare Big Room, the preset, right? Large room, snare big room. Sounded good to me. What else I have reverb on? I think Italian harp. Do I have presets? You know what would be cool? I think it has, yeah. because it's being sent to orchestra. So if I go to the sends of the harp, please tell me I've sent it. I don't want to bounce it again. Yeah, orchestral reverb. Yes. Yeah, so it goes to the, so you've got the harp group, anything orchestra, harp, organ, strings, brass, and choir are all going to the orchestral reverb. And what I've used for the orchestral reverb is Reverence from Cubase, and I've used the preset Japanese concert hall. Right, and this is how it sounds like. Obviously, I've got Soothe on it as well. I've also used the default setting. What is wrong with me? I mean, it's not a bad thing if you use the default setting. It's pretty sick. But normally I go through the presets. I don't know why I've done the default settings. Probably I've put it on, sounds good, left it. Yeah, so this is how it sounds. You have different options for it. I don't want to change it because let me save actually the song. So if I want to do any change, so you've got Japanese concert hall. There's this LA scoring, but I wanted more of a concert hall. So there's also another. Where is it? There's a Dutch concert hall, Vietnamese hall, Australian hall. There's stages. Halls normally is what I want. You can also get a studio sounds like Tokyo Studios if you want something more intimate. It's pretty good reverb actually, not gonna lie. Right, so we've got that going on, and I'm soothing the reverb just in case there's anything that. What else do I have reverb on? Synths? Do I have reverb on synths? Let me check. But I'm pretty sure I have reverb here. So we've got the piano is going to the orchestra reverb as well. So that the piano is being taken care of by the orchestral reverb, as you can see. So just to let you know, if you don't know the layout of Cubase, these are faders, inserts, and sends. And you can see here I'm sending to the orchestral reverb. You want to see the full mixer, click here, and then you can see everything in one view. You can also see the native channel strip and all of that shenanigans. Cool. So yes, since let me show you, I have delays and reverbs on this one. So all of these three, because they're playing in unison to a point where I made them to sound like one sound, right? So it's not like different layers to achieve like different characters. It's just like I made them balanced to sound as one. So these three are sounding as one synth. Right, and here. So these, oh shit, I think I've changed something by mistake. I'm glad I saved. I think I've changed this by mistake, but I'm not gonna save again. Which one is the reverb? So I have a delay on it. I think I had the reverb, but I removed it. Is that true? What's this? This is, no, that's particles, Saturn Soothe, and then you've got the balancer here. So this channel strip, I just used it to balance left and right because the synth solo was skewed to one side. So I've unlinked the faders and I've pushed I've pushed only left up just to kind of like achieve my own balance with it. So it seems like I'm pretty sure I had a delay. Sorry, I had a reverb on this. I don't know why. I just left the delay. It's very strange. Okay. These are going also. These three synths here are playing together, but they're achieving different sounds and they're harmonizing with the guitar solo. Opposed to the previous three synths, they are the solo themselves. So it's a synth solo then with these three, but with these three blue ones, they're playing with the guitar solo, which is the main product. So you've got the Icy Bell. And you've got this one. Then you've got Mosaic Leads. And all together with the guitar solo, they sound like this. And I think these are going to some sort of a delay or a reverb. And if they're not, I'm actually surprised. What do we have on them? We have a multiplier. We have an EQ. EQ. What do we have here? This is distortion, bit crusher, and another distortion. And then they are all going to this group here, which has an SSL, a comp just for glue. This mosaic one, the mosaic tape is actually a different solo. This mosaic tape is this solo here. It plays with the guitar. So it only adds depth to it, but I don't think also I've put reverb on it. I'm very actually surprised about my decision here. Because what I would have done, again, I'm not going to touch this mix, it's over. But what I normally would have done is that just to kind of push these solos to the back and bring the guitar to the front, I would give them more reverb than the guitar. They will be pushed to the back. This is definitely what I would have done, and I would have put the reverb on the track. I wouldn't have put it as a send. I would have put it on the actual track. I don't know why I haven't done that. So, but again, we're not gonna change anything now. Other than that, I don't think, my friend, there's any reverb, to be honest with you, other than those. So we've got the snare reverb, the orchestral reverb, and then the other stuff that I've showed you, and then that's it. I remember I played with a lot of reverbs that I threw away. Like, for example, I tried so much to use this reverb in a good way, but I just, every time I loaded it, it didn't sound good to me. So I will find a use for it, because I like to use like a new plugins every time. But it was this reverb right here from Slate. So this, let me just load it on something that doesn't have anything. So this, I've tried it on the orchestral reverb on this channel. Didn't work. Didn't like it. I've tried it on the guitars. Didn't like it. I've tried it on the synth. Didn't like it. I think this is the one that was on the synth. I'm now curious to go watch my previous streams on YouTube, just because I remember, especially when I was mixing the production, I really remember I used this, I tried it on the synths, but I didn't like it. But yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure why I didn't like it. I want to play with the presets next time. Keys. Synth support, wonky piano, drums, bright cross snare. Does it have a snare room? White snare plate, warm drum space, tom space. This actually might be interesting for me. Because normally I send my toms to the snare reverb. So maybe I will try next time to try this. Snare space, realistic full drum room. That could be actually very cool. Maybe next time we try bright toms. Anything for guitar, guitar thickener, guitar solo. This could be cool. Okay, there are some nice. So maybe this is cool for individual stuff. By the way, guitar solo I think is the preset I tried on the synths and I didn't like it. Yeah. Yeah. All right, cool. So I'm gonna close this session without saving because we don't need to save. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna load a session. By the way, my wallpaper is a slideshow, so it keeps changing. So I put everything that I'm interested in, everything from cars to anime to music to gear to everything. So you'll find like this is now Korn's album cover, right? So I have this folder that has all of my interests, and it keeps changing between them. So I'm gonna load now the track that we're gonna work on next, and obviously, it's obviously not done because I'm gonna work on it. But this is what we're gonna work on next. This is a little bit more metal. This is a homage track for one of my favorite deathcore bands, As Blood Runs Black. So this is not a cover song. This is something I wrote, and I wrote long time ago. I wrote this 2010, right? 14 years ago. And I know that right now, a lot of the stuff that I wrote, I wouldn't have written now because, music has changed, my taste has changed, what's interesting changed, right? But I always wanted to release this kind of just like in the spirit of me liking As Blood Runs Black a lot. I mean, I used to come back from school, play 4 or 5 songs by As Blood Runs Black on my guitar. This is what I used to practice on, and I owe these guys a lot. And I wanted to make like a homage track in 2010. May I share one of my new project I did? It's a game trailer. I did the sound design. Of course, man. Yeah, 100%. Send it over. I don't know how we can send it. I made a Discord. Server. I'm still working on. I haven't published yet. But for stuff like this, and it would be also good to notify people when I'm live. But it would be good for sharing and like communication and stuff. I'm still working on it. I've used like a template, and I'm just kind of like readjusting the template to match what we do, because the template I got is from a gamer. So I'm just kind of readjusting it to make it like more music, and then maybe we can do stuff like this way easier. And you know what I want to do one segment, but the problem is I don't have enough viewers. I really want to do a stream once a month where the entire 3 hours is just listening to my viewers tracks or work and stuff. Really want to do that, but I don't have enough viewers yet. So imagine if I do that stream, nobody's gonna show up. It's on your YouTube. Okay, fantastic. Let's go. Well, do you have it as Spotify link by any chance? I mean, you can play YouTube, I don't mind, but just so we don't lose, what do you call it? Bandwidth on YouTube. If you have Spotify, be better. Let me just go to your channel. Ruby. Okay, I'm on your channel now. Oh, what song is it? You showed me this. You were working on this when I was with you. It was coming great, actually. Let's see what you've done with this one. That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I remember watching your stream doing this. It was coming really great. I'm gonna play this while you tell me which one, because of the delay. But I want to see what you got, where you got with this one. The finals? Is it called the finals? Ah, the finals, this one.
Once upon a time, in a galaxy far, far away.
My man spark soul on the right things, them big beats, not troll things. I King B, locked in, pink satellites with dark sin.
Just so I can understand, what part of the music did you... sound effects. Music as well. Sound effects redesign and music. So... obviously the sound effects, I get it, like the actual effects that's happening. But the music, like the rapping and stuff, is that you or is that... like what part of this, or is every single thing that I'm gonna listen to is your creation? I understood the sound effect bit, but the music, I'm confused about. Is this you or...
Once upon a time, in a
like
galaxy
this
far,
sample
far
is you?
away.
My man spark soul on the right things, them big beats, not troll things. I King B, locked in, pink
Like I get the
satellites
sound
with dark
effects,
sin.
all the sounds.
Night to beat the soul, man. Got right back on a snare hit. Baseline, wobble. Now pause that, drop that. Flow sick, you might cop that.
Sick.
Light beam in the dark streets. Spark shit, man, rocks that. And escape like a black wing cape, man. Top that. Top that. Top that. Top that. Top that.
The gunshots, did you do yourself? Oh, this is cool. This. Wait. The ping pong delay, the thing that has a ping pong delay. I like these type of noises a lot. That kind of like you selected something on a menu. And all of the electrical like charges and like current, like electrical current noises. That's fantastic. Really fantastic, man. And the cool thing about it, the cool thing about it is that even though it's like 1 minute and a half, there's a lot of layers in 1 minute and a half, you know. All soundlies, some are old banks of collected. Okay. So these are stuff that you've collected. Like this, for example. Like this reverser, riser. It's very cool.
Light beam in the dark streets, spark shit, man, rocks that.
I will show you something you're gonna fall in love with. Let me show you something you're gonna like a lot, not just a little bit. This is for you. You need to get this ASAP. This library. See this library? This is made for you, to be honest with you. Warhammer 40 films. What is it? You have another one? You have another track? Sabah al-Nur. This means this is when you wake up, you say Sabah al-Khair. They reply to you Sabah al-Nur. It's kind of like good morning. You say good morning. In English, you say good morning. They reply with good morning. But in Arabic, when you say good morning, they reply with something else. They say Sabah al-Khair, which is your good morning. Then say Sabah al-Nur, kind of the response. I didn't get your Warhammer chat. I didn't get. Yeah, I know what Warhammer is, but I'm not sure. But what I want to show you is this. This is for you. So this is a library of fantastic sound effects. Inspired by. Okay. I'm familiar with the franchise, but I'm not familiar with their media. Isn't Warhammer the one they have shops as well? I'm pretty sure in the UK we have Warhammer shops, unless I'm crazy. Yes. Yeah, I've been to these shops. And obviously it's a big franchise. I think they have a game and like movies and things like that. It's a very big franchise. But I've been to the shops. I'm not sure if they're related. I'm pretty sure it's the same logo because I'm familiar with the logo. The logo like is imprinted in my head. But where is it? Maps. I think the one I've been to is the one in Oxford Circus. Yes, that's the one. I'm not sure if you know what it is, but let me show you what it. I'm gonna show you some samples of it. Yeah, some samples. So let's try hits. So let's go, for example, to organic hits. Okay. I don't know if you know this library, but you need to get it ASAP. Because it's very what you showed me right now, right? And oh, sorry, it's not playing to you. Sorry. Dumb. Where is it? Restream. Let's see, is it playing now? It's not playing. Okay, that's cool. Alright, I need probably to... 1 second. It's because I changed the session and this restream plugin is a little bit lagging, but I want to show you how this sounds. I have to. 1 second. And I have to do it anyway because I want to show the second session. Properties. Let's play one of your tracks in the background while I really want to listen what you've done with this. Because I've seen this in the making when you were doing it. But in the background I will Where's Cubase proper filters? Here it is. Okay, restream. Right. So let's see. You still cannot hear anything. But if I load this one, then it's very annoying because I need to... Let me just put it at post. It's not receiving the signal, that's why. Let me see here. One second, let me just minimize this. Put it here. Send audio. God damn it, it's not playing. Why? Well, it's playing in my... For me, it's playing, but it's not playing for you guys. Put this aside. Oh, I think now it's playing for you. Is it playing now? Well, I'm just gonna pause your stuff for a minute. I'm just gonna play this bass. Is it playing? It's showing playing on OBS. Alright, this bass needs a serious change. What bass am I using? Nolly? But anyway, I'll go back to the bass in a minute. But I want to show you this library. And then I want to watch your stuff. And then I want to... and then I want to show what's the next song. Alright, so yeah, the part that I showed you is the next song we're gonna play. We're gonna record. We might record something today, actually, or set the guitar up or something. But let me show you this, okay? Obviously, I'm not sponsored by them, but I really think this is you. And if you can get it in any way, you have your hands on it. I think they have a lot of libraries, and I think it's worth it. Did I mute this? Yes, I'm soloing the bass. Okay. So I'm gonna show you from each folder something, right? So this is the hits. And for example, let's stick on this note. You can change the note of it. Okay. Also, obviously, you've got all of the effects that you can. This, you know this type of stuff. This rhythm is if you have like a longer, but like a longer sample. But this is the hits. You've got, let's try booms. But this is all in the hits folder. Okay. So this is just an idea what the hit folder says. Now drums. This is drum kits. So when I load it, you'll find like every note has different part of the drum. So, and some of them, the actual part of the drum is the entire thing. So you'll be able to choose from them. Like for example, if you choose kick, you'll have a lot of kicks here. And the note is following the note of the key, of this key. So you can actually play a melody. Right, so it's just a pitch basically. So you can choose what pitch matches your song. Liquid crunch, I don't even know what's that. Some stuff, but basically if you load a multi of this, right, you can make like a cool drum sound for a transition or something. Metals, I like stuff like this, not because obviously metal music, but it's just like I like to add stuff like interesting stuff like this, right? You're doing an interesting loop. So there's loops here actually. You see those? I think these are reversed or something. So each color is different part of the kit. And I think these are the complete ones, I think. No, I think these are the complete ones. Are they or no? No, these are the pitch selectors. So if you want to work in A, you would select this. Okay. But I swear one sample I loaded, there was a patch I loaded where you've got the individual hits like this, as we have them here. But then there was one segment where it's combining one of each, you know, so you can click here and then one of each segment will play at the same time, so you can listen. hear a loop basically. So that's hits and drums. Bass and brams is something that I would use. I mean, you've seen the type of music that I do is very like epic orchestra type of thing. These are stuff that I might use. So this can be used in the video you showed me, for example. Right? Brass and brams. Hybrid bass. And you can control whatever you want. You can add distortion. You can add like a sequencer to it. So for example, that bass like that one. What we can do is go to rhythm. And how do you turn the rhythm? So let's try this. But can you? Is it on though? Is it on? I'm not sure it's on. Anyway, I mean, you need to play with it, but step sequencer. Yes, now we're good. So if you do this, for example, yeah. If this is too fast, which obviously it is, I think you can decrease the amount of steps. Work with me. How do we decrease the amount of steps? Do you? This is shift them. Anyway, I don't want to waste your time with this one. Steps here is in front of me. So that's too fast. Tempo. Boom. But you see what I'm saying? Like, if you spend some time with it, you know, right? Yeah, the knob's down there. Yeah. So yeah, my apologies because I'm looking at it and I'm trying to figure out where it is, but it's right in front of me. And you can add like effects and stuff. But if you spend some time with it, you can do some stuff. And I think you can also play with the pan, with the pitch. So let's say, for example, let's do let's do this, for example. So 4 of them would do. So I'm gonna go to this one and put pitch. How can you change the view to pitch? Oh, here it is. I'm gonna pitch it by 24, which is an octave. So now it should be like right? And if you slow it down, and maybe if we go to filter and just do and turn it on and just do something like this, or maybe, yeah, something like this, what will happen? You understand what I'm saying, right? So it's very cool. And this is one patch. You've got benders. Like, you buy this and then you don't buy anything else regarding this ever again. That's it. This is the library. This is your effects library forever, right? I wish I'm I wish I'm sponsored by them. Modern signature. Let's see this. Yeah, it's very kind of like the videos you showed me. Slow motions. Isn't that some of the stuff that you've showed when the guy jumped and stuff like that? Boom. Yeah, you can even make a rhythm to this. Let's pitch. I'm just gonna randomize it. Okay, don't really pay attention to what's happening. Just playing around. Crazy stuff. Just wanted to show you that. What do you think? Cool. Right. So we have 20 minutes left on the dot, and then I need to leave because I've got a business meeting. We're working on some stuff that is very exciting, and it's music related. So when I launch it, I think you guys will like what I'm working on, hopefully. And yeah, I'm really excited for it. Let me see here. So we're building this music product, but I cannot talk about what it is right now. Let me show you this song. So here, the guitars here are obviously still programmed because this is how I import stuff to Cubase. I record it, and this is why I prepared my guitar. So this song, we're gonna record using this guitar. Let me just go back here. So this is now ready. Record, right? So this is in drop A sharp, right? And this song is in drop A sharp, so I've prepared the guitar to play. What is it? I can't say, man. But it's very cool. I can't say because I have like partners and stuff, you know, so got some agreements. But it's pretty cool, and I will be able to say maybe a few streams from now, right? We're working on the site now, working on the product, the shipping, all of that stuff. When everything's done, I'll show you. It's gonna be really cool, especially if you're in the guitar world. I'm just gonna say it's a guitar product. For now, it might expand to something else. But yeah. So yeah, wish me luck with that, man. So this is the song that's gonna be a homage for one of my favorite top 5 bands, As Blood Runs Black. It's a deathcore song. Obviously, I don't do vocals, so it's without the vocals. I'm gonna play it. Let me know what you think. I can see that we have got people also on Kick and YouTube, so if you guys are watching, let me know what you think. This is a demo. Yeah, absolutely, man. No worries. I will show you immediately when I can. Definitely, I might do like half a stream, a reveal on it and what's the plans and all of that stuff. I'm really excited to share it. Yeah, so these guitars are programmed because normally I do programming before I commit to the recording. I use program guitar to write, and then when I'm committed to the writing, then I record. That's why I've prepared these track for recording, as you can see. So these are ready to hit record and go, and this is the song. I'm gonna play it. I forgot how it sounds like. Let me check if the drum sounds good actually. Okay, not bad. So all of this sounds demo, it sounds amateurish, just because we are in the writing process, and we're gonna get on the recording in the next stream. But in this next 20 minutes that I've got with you guys, I think they've got only 15 left. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna work on. So I'm gonna open this session, and I'm gonna open another session, and then just to kind of add as an idea on what we're gonna work on in the next few streams. And yeah, so let me play this and you guys tell me what you think. This is a homage track for the band As Blood Runs Black. I'm gonna call it Allegiance, which is the name of their favorite, their most popular album. Again, programmed guitars. It will change to recorded guitars. But As you can see, it's a completely different vibe to what we had before. Very progressive. Fantastic. So that's the song. It's, as I said, it's a homage to As Blood Runs Black. It has a lot of a lot of like nuances from their music. First album, Allegiance. Second album, I think it was called. I've got it. Instinct. I've got it on my wall right here. You cannot see it. And Allegiance. I've got it literally underneath it. And there's some aspects from unreleased songs that you can only find them on YouTube. Yeah. Did you like it? Yeah. Thank you for listening to it. I obviously you can bet that obviously it will sound better once it's recorded and mixed and everything. But yeah, I'm really excited. I've actually, as I said, I've written this 2010. Really, I was really young. Like I didn't even go to uni back then. I was still in high school. But I still want to record it. There is another song. There are two songs. Let me see. I don't want to close this Cubase session because maybe we'll get into the same problem we had earlier. I'm gonna try to see if I got like either like a Guitar Pro version of the next two songs, and then maybe we'll wrap it up today. Go here. Alright, let's see. I think one of them is demo 5. Mix down. Yes, so this is the track that we're going to work on after. This is, I wrote, it's still not done, still not finished, so we will write it together, this one. I'm planning to make it orchestral. It's a little bit harmonic minor, it has a little bit of a bitter sad, I don't know, you'll see the vibe, but this is the song that we're going to work on after. Yeah, so it's only written till here. I don't know what you guys think. I think it needs some adjustments. I think I like the tone. I like the scale that we're using. One thing though, like this part here in the verse, obviously there's a cool thing going on where there's like a chuggy guitars and then like a broken piano playing, and then after that you get the faster section of a guitar, but it's playing the same as what the piano was playing. I found that a little bit boring. Like when I was like, okay, we get it, it's the same thing, but now it's heavy. Like this has been done before. Like this section here. So this is chugging with broken piano, and then after that you will get a fast guitar, but it's playing the same thing, and I found it. So now you're getting used to the phrase. Now you have a faster guitar. I'm not sure. I think this is. I can open the session. But if I open the session, then you cannot hear it. Maybe we'll get into the same problem we had when I opened this session. But I would have to figure it out. I would have to remember what scale we use when I opened the session. But it's definitely B something, and the reason why B, because I've wrote this track in drop B, which is this guitar right here. I lost my pick. I grabbed the guitar and the pick was down. Yeah, but it's B something, right? It's either B harmonic minor or some scale like this. But when we reach this song, I mean, keep an eye. We will find out what scale. But I like the scale. I might use it a lot. I'm not sure what you think. It's kind of like a. It's not bittersweet, but it has kind of like a. Like sad, but melodic, like sad, but I don't know. I like it. But what I was saying is that you've got this section here, right? And then you go to the same section here, but faster guitar. Like when I was writing it, maybe it sounded cool, but now I'm looking back at it, I'm like, oh, this is boring, like cliche metal stuff. So what I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna take this first, so obviously there's gonna be two verses. So this time, this is a verse, and then the chorus, and then a verse. So what I'm gonna do, I think, is I'm gonna keep the broken piano part here in verse 1. And then after that, instead of the guitars playing exactly what the piano's playing, I'm gonna take them and put them as verse 2 to replace the piano. Now I've got two verses with a unique thing. And in the place of the fast guitars, I'll just make a new modern riff. I'll just write something on stream like more modern, instead of like this one. I'll replace it with something else, and I'll take what I replace and put it in verse 2. This way I'll have two unique verses, I think, is what I'm thinking. Maybe that will be creative. Yeah, but that's what we've got. What else? And then I'm not gonna bombard you guys with a lot of songs, but this is today's stream. I really liked it. It's been, all over the place. Let's actually listen. I've got like 8 minutes left almost. Let's listen to Nico Cesiu's work. I want to listen to this properly because, again, I was watching your stream when you did it, so I want to see what you've got with this. I remember this ad, by the way. I don't know which ad is this. I've seen this ad before. I don't know where. Wow, you've got a decent amount of views on this one, man. 6.4k in 7 days. That's really good. Well done. I'm barely getting 100 views on anything. Yeah, the video, I've seen it before. I can't remember where though. Oh, interesting. Those are Museo strings, right? Hmm. Ah, I see. Good market though. That market that you're talking about is actually the #1 on YouTube. Baby's Mar. I should know because I have a daughter, right? I mean, Baby Shark is the #1 most played video on YouTube. Obviously, this is way more. This is way different than Baby Shark. But I'm focusing on the articulation you're doing. That's where my mind is. Is this a harpsichord? The one, the thing that did the run. This run here. Is this a harpsichord? Very good stuff, man. I liked. Here. I like the articulations on the strings here. What's it called? I've learned 3 of them plus a high harp. Yeah, sound like a decent harpsichord. I've seen the one in Museo because the song we just mastered together at the beginning of the stream. Obviously you've seen that has a lot of harpsichords, so it's one of the first instruments when I checked the Museo library. I've checked that, and I've checked also the Viking chants as well. But I keep going back to this section here. Just see this articulation here, the string articulation, the one that I think they kind of like pluck the strings. I forgot what's it called. Pisticat, whatever, with the P I think it starts. I've been always thinking of using this articulation in rock or metal somehow to make some interesting thing, but I like it here, so I'm like paying attention how you're using it. Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe for Museo. I'm not gonna, I am. I'm gonna subscribe for Museo, and I'm gonna subscribe for something else. I'm gonna share this with you, and then I will wrap it up because I need to end the stream, get ready. I have a meeting literally in a minute, and then we'll see you guys next stream. But I just want to show you this. This is also some Museo, and what I'm gonna show you now is what I'm gonna subscribe is my next subscription. Jesus, I can't talk. So obviously I'm subscribed to Slate Digital. I've used it a lot in the mix, but Slate Digital, I think the bundle I'm subscribed to called All Access, which is this one. But I pay in pounds. I don't pay in dollars. Now, what I want to upgrade to is the following. I want to upgrade to complete access. There's a difference between all access and complete access. Complete access gives you the new plugins from SSL. So SSL made their own plugins finally, so they're not relying on Waves or anybody else, or like Plugin Alliance or whatever. They've actually made their own plugins, and this is not new. It's been a while now, and I've been watching a lot of reviews about them, and I want them. Right, I want them. I think apparently from the comparisons, they sound the closest to the actual console. And the cool thing about them is, as you can see, I really love hardware stuff, is that I can actually, I want a better picture of this. One second. SSL complete. Oh, bad fingers. Okay, see this? Oh, this is the actual unit I wanted to show you. But anyway, okay, so see this unit? I'm gonna open it in a new tab. I want a photo of some of the plugins. Show me something. Okay, this is plugins. Okay. Open in a new tab. Okay, cool. So, oh fuck, it's really zoomed out. I mean, anyway, you get the idea. What I'm trying to say. So you get the entire bundle of SSL plugins. I forgot how many plugins, but there are a lot, and they are made by SSL, so they're not like Wave emulations or anything. So it's very sick because I want to see how close it sounds, and because if I use those, I can actually buy this hardware unit that actually talks to them, and I can actually use it from here, which is pretty sick. I like hardware units and be able to control my DAW from by hand and stuff. I love that idea. And then I can buy this, that would be sick. They also have their own mixing stuff. So if you go to like SSL controller, you will see they have their mixing strip. I don't know if I will change this my mixing console to theirs. Maybe, I don't know. But I will, if I download their plugins and I start using them, I can actually control them with this unit. And they have also another unit, this one. Also, you can control like a lot of transpose, but why I'm not gonna get this, because I already have this. So everything in this, I have it here in my icon QCon. But the only thing that I don't have is this. So maybe I will get this first, and if I really like it, I will consider changing my icon QCon to like this. So I'll buy 2 of these. See, like it's pretty expensive for what? For one of them. Like the icon QCon for this price, or maybe a little bit more, I get all of this. If I'm gonna just duplicate the amount of faders I have here, I just think it's too much. So maybe I'll just get this. Yeah, this is reasonable, and it will be cool. Now you get everything here, and I think you also get like a digital channel strip. I don't know if we have an image of it here, but check it out. Do some do some research. Anyway, I'm not sure if you heard that ping, but that's me having to go because our meeting is about to start. But thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Nico, for being here. We're always consistent with the schedule, so please check the schedule below. On Twitch, on Kick is below. On YouTube, it's actually in the description of the video. So if you go to the description, you'll find the schedule. But it's pretty easy. It's basically Friday 8 p.m. UK and Sunday 6 p.m. UK, and we're gonna repeat it forever. I might add more days, when maybe if I hit an affiliate level on Twitch or on Kick, or if I hit monetization on YouTube, I might add one more day or something. But yeah, thank you guys for joining. It's been awesome today. I'm gonna release the song after the meeting. I'm gonna publish it. We'll go DistroKid and publish it, and whenever we can, we'll go on stream. Yeah, you crack me up, man. Thank you. Top G, top Nico G is why I wanna call you from now. Cheers, buddy. Thank you for being here, and appreciate you guys. Good night. Enjoy your week. You know, these days are a little bit, you know, back to back. So hopefully it'll be Friday in no time, and we'll jump on our stream on Friday. Good night, guys. See you. Enjoy. I will put now the end of stream scene. Leave you with some music until the scene stops. Enjoy your weekend, guys. Bye bye.